Alrighty, everybody, welcome. Hopefully, everyone's having a good day today. I know I'm having an interesting one. Ugh. Schedules be a changing. That is one thing with this job that I didn't really foresee is that it is. I'm gonna call it fluid. Last week I was supposed to work at noon. Texted my boss saying, "Hey, I need a ride because they still haven't figured out how to let me park on campus because I work at the university for part of my job." My boss said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll give you a ride, but I can't give you a ride till 1, so show up at 1." So I, instead of showing up at noon, showed up at 1. Today I get a phone call from my boss in the middle of work, and she goes, "Hey, one of the guys forgot he had something going on tomorrow. You want to take his shift, and then you just won't work on Wednesday." And I went, "Yeah, sure." I get a longer shift tomorrow for exchange for no shift on Wednesday? Yeah, hell yeah. I'll take a day off. So it's fascinating to me to have a job that I mean, the reason that my shift changed tomorrow was because the guy who was supposed to work tomorrow had a conflict and just said, "Hey, I'm having a conflict." But it's so nice to have a boss that and a company that's willing to work with you that way. Day means 12-hour stream, right? Maybe I could theoretically do it if I got my rear in gear. How you doing, Siberian? What would we stream? What would you guys want to Star Sector? Let's be honest. Enough people are baying at baying at me, baying at the walls, baying at the moon. I don't know. Baying, howling for it. I don't know. How you doing, Siberian? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, by the way, Siberian, for all your support and hanging out. It really means the world. But anyway, we're back in Traveler's Rest today. I figured it's a little later to start a stream. Might as well continue Traveler's Rest. We need some money to buy more things. I'd like another keg so that we can have more drinks. There's more recipes available. We need to get some more crafting benches and things so we can make more stuff. Beehives would be nice. I'll be lurking. I'm doing some underwater edumacation. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but how are you lurking underwater? Is it a waterproof phone? I'm watching YT? What's YT? YouTube. Ah, now I understands. Fair enough. I appreciate the lurk either way. Have fun with the use of the tubes. I was trying to figure out what YT and water had to go with each other. That's why I never went YouTube. I'm like, water polo? Nope, that's WP at best. What sports have YT in them? What disciplines have YT in them? Yep. YouTube is a thing. I watch it a fair bit. More than I probably should. We don't have H2O tube. There you go. Nice one. I like that one. H2O tube. That's a good one. Alright, Fuzzy Buddy. I need to start, so you need to get off. Yes. That is not. Alright, little one. You need to go lay down. Yeah, go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, you goobered my glasses. You goobered my glasses good. Can't actually see now. Stop looking at my glasses, little one. Oh, that helps. Could go blind that way. What? You know, I asked you to go lay down, and now you're just laying down in front of me. This is not what we agreed upon. I love how his head is perfectly centered over mine in the camera, so all you can see is the back of his head. Pretty much. Oh. You would be a cute streamer, that's for certain. You'd probably get a better following than I would, too. Okay, go lay down. I need to get started. That's another thing, though, is like, he would have a different vote as to what I do with my day off. I'm pretty sure he would vote that I, like, spend time with him. You know, you could sleep with me, dog. You sleep in the same room as me. You're the one who chooses to sleep on the floor. Anyway, with that all said and done, we're gonna get at it. I will say they've added a ton to this game. Alright, first things first, we gotta get the mineable resources out of the neighborhood. You never know when you're gonna need them. Check on the farms. So I did look up today how to tell what season you're in, and basically what it amounts to is the color of the trees and the backdrop. The bright green is spring, a little lighter green, almost kind of a yellowish, is summer. Orange and reds is more of is fall, and then winter is of course white. I know, go figure. And there should be, unless, did I, nope, there it is. There she be. Hinges and a wall torch. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I I've been trying to do onion rings. And it occurs to me, first of all, that I'm just kind of clicking buttons. Second of all, yeah, here they are. So we need breadcrumbs. I've got the oil, but I need breadcrumbs and onions. Hi, dog. Alright, alright. Before you knock anything over. Hey, Tanya! Dog, yes. Have you not met Mac yet? I don't know if you've met Mac, Tanya. This is Mac. Fuzzy buddy. How are you doing, Tanya? Mac is 1 year old. Yes, he is. He's a 1 year old fuzzy buddy. Been falling apart. Oof, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you aren't falling apart anymore? Hopefully that's stopped? He is adorable? Yes, he is. He's a 1 year old, what they refer to as, or what is, I guess. So he's a 1 year old Shih Tzu Bichon mix. Which is, I guess, in the process of becoming what is known as a teddy bear. Sometimes Ray and I switch places to confuse people. It's so much fun. Couldn't tell us apart by the color of our hair. Yeah, that would help. I need 2 onions. That's garlic onions. I'll take a couple of them. So he's basically a Shih Tzu? Basically. Like I said, he's a Shih Tzu Bichon mix. They're supposed to be... He's not supposed to get any bigger. He's a little over a year old. And they're supposed to be like hypoallergenic, so... We got him for Mom because Ace was getting... The last dog we had was getting really weird. So we had to put him down in, I want to say, April of last year. And then we got Mac in June, I want to say. Might have been a little later, a little earlier, I don't know. And then Mom passed away in December. Which is part of the reason why the background looks different. So after... Sorry about that, everyone. And I had a month to move. That was fun. I was becoming crazy for eating raw fish. Now everyone's doing it. Talk about Hikari. Hikari's a sweethearted girl, even if she acts tough. As a child, she'd spend hours glued to me, fishing for minnows with her little rod. She was so cute. I felt so proud seeing her love for fishing, and I began to teach her to follow in my footsteps. She began to travel the world with me from a very young age, as I continued to search for one prize catch after another and train her. I knew that was no life for young girls. She needed stability, friends her own age, not spending hours upon hours on a ship while her aging father dragged her around the kingdom in pursuit of his own dream. When we had that accident at sea, Hikari changed. I'm thankful it was all just a scare, but since then she's become more and more withdrawn and spends her days training with a rod. I'm afraid I don't know how to help her. Now I feel that fishing has become a really heavy burden for her. How I miss the days when we'd laugh while looking for crabs on the beach. I was about to say, sorry about your mom's loss. Thank you. You know, it's hard. It's never really that easy to let go of someone like that, who's that big a part of your life. But at the same time, too, as I've looked back on the last few years, last year specifically. I don't really know if what she was doing was living. As much as I hate to say that. I need bread or breadcrumbs, and you don't have any. The farm might be my best bet. So in some ways, it may be. Well, it's the only outcome. Either way, there's no changing it at this point. But it may have been a better outcome than her continuing to struggle. I suppose with all your medical issues, this all was kind of a touchy subject, so I apologize for that. Hopefully your health improves. It's fine. Still. I wish there was more I could do for everyone. My condition isn't fatal? Well, that's good. I guess that was kind of one of the things that, like, blew my mind when this whole thing, when Mom's health really started deteriorating in the hospital, was that, the doctor looked at me and said, kidney failure is a fatal condition. And I went, kidney failure isn't a fatal condition. It's just likely to kill you. And it was like, but according to the rest of the world, no, you're supposed to die from kidney failure. I just never really thought of it that way. Because Mom was always so strong and in charge that there was never that sense of urgency. I mean... And in the end, it is probably what contributed... Well, it is definitely what contributed the most to her passing. You can theoretically live on one kidney. That's true. But kidney failure, or this is, I suppose I should say end-stage kidney failure, is not living on any kidneys. Mom was on dialysis for 5 years. No, one kidney's alright. Actually, theoretically, right about now, I would have been having my own condition looked at to see if I could give her a kidney, was the plan. Alright. Horsel's Farm, we've got the best products that... Oh, wait. You're the innkeeper from the farm next door. Now you look familiar. It's nice to meet you. I'm Holly, owner of Harvest Hill Farm, along with my husband Buzz. Although we've only recently set up shop, I can assure you that our products are of the finest quality. Whether it's animals or products to care for them, we have everything you need. You have milk. Vitamins plus. Alright, I need bread to make bread crumbs for my onion rings. I need bread dough, which means I need kitchen yeast. God, I just walked by the dude who has kitchen yeast. Alright, how do I make bread? Is it just... It's just dough. Poo. But anyway, so yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Either way, it's kind of a big change for me. The whole new job and living on my own again. Actually, pretty much living on my own for the first time. I think technically I lived on my own for like a month during college. Was it during college or right after college? I think it was during college, actually. Because, yeah, my roommate married and moved out. And then I decided within a month to just move up north with my mother. I've been living with her ever since. You have kitchen yeast. Distilling ale kitchen. Kitchen yeast is cheap. There's also appears to be a tax. Oh no, never mind. Kitchen yeast is not cheap. I missed the gold coin. Living on my own for, oh right, I'm 24 now, about 4 years now. Nice. Horse wins, yeah, that makes sense. It's a nice thing to. No. Poo. Fine. It's nice to be able to live on your own. Really, cat? You're worse than my dog. Birthday was 4 days ago. Happy birthday! I need 2 more grain. Happy birthday! Congratulations. I'm old now. I hate it. Don't say that too loud. A lot of us are older than you. I'm what, 34? Yeah. Ugh. Where's the beer at? And they say it's just a number, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not just a number. Lager. Theoretically, these should be different beers. I want another tap, because you can only put carbonated things in here. How much is left? 14. I got some teas I can put in there next. I can make a lot of bread. Yeah, let's open up. I need some money anyway. I spent a fair bit of coinage. No, it isn't. I love the chicken head just by the beverage. Yeah, I know it's not clean, but you guys are the ones who dumped your crap everywhere. Heard the owner of this place is a cultist. Great. I've been called many things. Cultist was never one of them. It's a really nice bookshelf behind you. Thank you. I'm kind of a fan. To be honest, it's kind of funny for me because most of the stuff on this bookshelf was on the bookshelf behind me. It was actually right here against this wall in the place that I was at before. So I've been looking at it this way. This is probably its third or fourth rendition over the years. Right here, and now all of you can see it behind me in all of its stunning glory. It's got a weird assortment of things. Yeah, you got the Assassin's Creed from, I think that's 3, the unboxing set. You've got my teddy bear from when I was like 2. There's D&D stuff and other things on this unit here. It's hard pointing like this. Oh yeah, that's Halo Reach. That, I can move my hand, is from Killzone. Yeah, kind of a weird and wacky collection. The DVDs are in the middle. DVDs. And then over here is books related to stuff like actual literature. The way I have it in my brain is this side is the tabletop RPGs bookshelf, which is what these are. D&D, Savage Worlds, Pathfinder, Starfinder, all of those. And then over here is reference material for creating my own world in those settings. So these are books on guns, these are books on ships, these are books on ancient civilizations. There's also some Miyazaki in there. Some other weird and random stuff too. So yeah, that's the story of the bookshelves. Nope. Quiet down, you. Not the cat. It's good to see you again, Tanya. I've been kind of worried about you with you not being around much lately. Damn, breadcrumbs is expensive. Send a picture of your own slice of home to the Discord, or let's check this out. In the picture section, nice. There's I might not have put it in the picture section now that I think about it, which is kind of sad considering it's my own Discord. But there are some more pictures of my apartment from when I moved in. Alright, there we go. Let's check this out. Nice. Oh, the Titanic. Very nice. What's the ship on top? Ship above was a It's a beautiful model. Spanish frigate, okay. Cool. Something about ships of sail that just really, you know. I mean, I'm all for big guns and turrets, don't get me wrong. But there's just something about a sailing vessel that gets the. I don't know if the juices flowing is the right way of phrasing it. I don't know, there's something just historic about it. Well, it is historic, but I mean, I've been on a few sailing vessels. They feel very different. It's very cool. Thank you for sharing. Clean the table. You want a green brew. I will say I was watching a show the other day, and they showed a representation of Christopher Columbus's ships, Nina Pinta Santa Maria. They were actually really small, all things considered. I mean, yes, they were full-size sailing vessels, but they weren't like, you know, your traditional like, oh my gosh, sailing vessels. They were like these little sloops almost. It's really kind of impressive how small they were. I know it's cold. Let me turn the heat on. Calm down. You blue or green? I can't tell. I think you're green. Really should get some help. I think I can now, actually. What level are we? Level 4, so yeah, we should be able to actually hire people now. Can I preemptively clean tables? No, I can't. There we go. Yeah, get out, get out, get out. I don't know, you'll take one of these. Meow. What are we after? Good old sausage. Where are we sitting at? Damn, we're actually running low on food. Although, well, not really low on. We just don't have a lot of variety. Well, it's kind of low. Also, these guys really like the beer. Okay, we don't need to burn logs just for the fun of it. I don't need it, at least. There's that. There's the breadcrumbs. Oh, it does increase. So coconut oil increases the selling price. Well, damn, we're doing coconut oil then. So I have a ton more of it than olive. I need more water. Excuse me. How are we looking at here? We're getting there. Hire staff. Can't do it yet. Reputation 6. Poo. Similar. Ooh, the onion rings are done. Nice. That's right, I made chicken sausages. I wonder if potafu is in this game where you can make soup with sausages. If it weren't so late, I would go look, actually. But it is rather late. Let us sleep. Where is the great Papito? Oh, there's the Papito. They weren't sloops. Nino was a caraval type vessel. Correct. I didn't think about it. You're correct. Now that you say that, I totally remember that. But yeah, you're correct. They're caravals. Le Pinta was another caraval type vessel, and finally the biggest vessel of the trio. Inhale. Santa Maria. No, I don't want to quit. Cancel. Resume. Make my bed. The Santa Maria de la Inmaculada Concepcion, aka Santa Maria, was a Carac. Carac? Either way, they're not very big ships. Oh, veggie broth. I want to go with the meat broth. We're going to go with the chicken broth. similar. I could make more dough, but I really don't want to just blow through the dough. Or through the wheat to make dough. Funny enough, Pinta, despite being the same type as the Nina, was actually the fastest ship of the trio. Why? I didn't know that. Don't know, maybe she was modified more? Could be. I mean, the other thing, too, is, like, with ships like that, they were A, handmade, and B, different things were done with them over the existence of their lives, so... I mean, wasn't the Flying Dutchman considered one of the fastest vessels of all time? Of the age of sail, I should say. It's nothing like the standardization we have today. Yesn't? I could be wrong about the Flying Dutchman, too. I could very well be wrong. Dutchman is a spotty story. Fair enough. What's the one I'm thinking of? There was a ship that was known for being really fast, went out to race someone in a storm and never came back, and became a ghost story. I'm trying to think of it. The Mary Celeste is coming to mind, but I don't think that's it either. I suppose I have access to the Googles. I could just Googles it. Alrighty. That would appear to be all of that material. Oh, yeah, because I went through all of the iron. It is Saturday. We should probably pick up more material. Question is, what do we want to grow? It's still spring. So, but it's been spring for a few days now. Oh, Galaxy hops? Garlic. Grow extra in the spring. 4 days to grow. 6 days to grow. Maybe we should do some lettuce. I can do a salad. Snow peas, sowing beans, soy seed, bean seeds. I hate spinach. Spring and autumn, 6 days. No way in hell am I planting that. Turnips. Spring and summer. I get close, and then I go, yep, I need stuff. Fast shippable time were the clippers. That's true. That is a fair point, yeah. You know, it's interesting. This kind of moves the age of sail forward a little bit, but I was watching a YouTube video on, what was it, the Great Britain? I gotta double check, make sure. Oh, that's not the button I want. The Tiny Great Eastern? When was that? What was that? I watch so much YouTube. Finding is going to be a pain in my arse. I think it was Great Britain. I think it was the Great Britain is what it's called. It's a steam and sail vessel. That used to do the voyage from Great Britain to Australia for a 3-month straight non-stop voyage. And they were talking about life on that ship. I can't find it. Just because she resembles an old U.S. heavy frigate, like the Constitution. Interesting. I could pick them up now and plant them later. These are spring and summer, 3 days. Oh, I already picked those up, okay. Tomato, that was the other one. I'm gonna be watering like crazy. Should have bought the irrigation. While I'm here, let's check to see how much irrigation costs. Meat man cometh! Can I talk to you? Your dog is interesting. Anyway, they were talking about this journey and traveling, and one of the things they said was that one of the things that some of the passengers did to keep themselves entertained at one point, during one of the voyages, was to do military drills on deck. And actually, partway through the journey, the crew had a mock battle with the drill unit from the lower steerage, the lower class people on board, and they were loading match heads in their rifles. Now, what this first of all, and shooting at each other. So first of all, kind of funny, an interesting story. Second of all, though, what you're telling me is you have guys on board, multiple guys on board with their own firearms. When was the last time public transit allowed you to carry a rifle? Now, in all honesty, these guys were all headed towards Australia, which at that time was completely the edge of the world. So a lot of these, especially lower class steerage guys, were going out to start a new life, try something new, break new land, create new homesteads, colonize, basically. So they needed the guns, and they spent a lot of their time, apparently, during the ship's voyages, actually sewing up tents and canvases and making different things and practicing and other stuff like that. That was how they spent their journey. There wasn't much else to do. But by the same token, and even as these guys were going around the ships, in the backs of these people's rooms were their firearms across the walls because they were just hung up next to the beds, and or tucked away in corners, or what have you. And it's just like, okay, this is fascinating. Alright, so I need 2 gold to get the instructions to create. I need a little over 2 gold. So if I get to 3 gold, I can buy the ability to water my crops non-manually. Automated. Oh yeah, that's right. I should. Alright, first things first, let's go and check out and see about getting new recipes if we can. Ouch. Suppose I could pick up a fish while I'm here too. Alright, I picked up the lettuce specifically for this dish. Corn chowder, turnips, mega gazpacho, cold beef. I read it as cold beet. I even read it wrong the second time. I read it as cold beer. I'm like, what the hell are you doing with cold beer? In a stew. Bread with tomato. I suppose I can do that. Quiche. There's a fancy French name for this, but I don't know what it is. Spaghetti. Oh, ramen. Desserts. These butter sugar. Cake it. Eat. God damn it. That's my kind of joke. Cake it easy. Sweet pie recipe. Cake it easy. The pain. Actually, I got enough points to buy most of these. Let's cake it easy. Cake it easy, yes. That's what it says. Sweet pie recipe, cake it easy. Mac, what are you doing, bud? That's something. Let's see if I can. Sort of gets the idea across. Dog. Yes, this is how he entertains himself. It's hard to keep the camera steady. I apologize. I can't twist my whole monitor that way. Ah, that'll work. Aha. Dog. You can kind of see him. Ooh, that was my chair. You just bonked your head on, little one. I almost did something really bad. He's adorable. Yeah, I'm lucky to have him. After Mom passed, Dad told me that Mom had told him that the reason we had gotten him was actually so that I had someone when she did pass. Which, of course, makes me wonder how long Mom knew she was going. She probably knew more than anyone. But yeah, I'm very lucky to have him. He's a ball of energy. He's cute. And unlike Acer Bud, who I also loved dearly, he's really good with people. It was really nice. Today there was a mom and daughter coming into the apartment complex. And the daughter was very shy, and you know, Mac here was very, you know, he's a puppy, so he wants to play, so he was a little assertive. But you know, the kid finally reaches out, and Mac just licks her fingers. So, yeah. Anyway, I've played with Puppy. Good boy. Now he's coughing. I don't quite know what the cough is. I should probably get it looked at. You okay, bud? I need turnips or corn. Corn is a summer thing. And potato? I'm good. Whoa! You okay? He's adorable. Big sneeze, yeah. Yeah, we have someone who actually really appreciates how cute you are. Yes, we do. He reminds me of the dragon from Never Ending Story. His face does. See? Cutesy face. You're like, put me down, you big weirdo. It reminds me of a dog you had. I had. Fair enough. Yeah, Mac was born in February, so he is a year and what, 2 months? 3 months? 2 months. So. Alright, little one. There you go. Good boy. Yeah. Well, hello. Is that acceptable? Well, you're gonna have to take it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. There you go. Actually, it looks weirdly similar, although my dog was a Yorkshire Pekingese cross. Interesting. Yeah, that is kind of a different side of the world, actually. But also just kind of a different combination. Sounds cool, though. Iron ore. I want to use those. I lost my patience. Was that a that's a perch? Oh, minimum sized fish. His name was Jack. Ironically, his name was Jack Daniels. Nice. Ah, good old Jack Daniels. I got a trout. I can't really believe that I made that work. Got another trout. Alright. I got enough fish for the lunch. I can make some soup. I can also make some cooked fish now, too. Fuel. And what's funnier is fur color was identical to the drink. Nice. That is good. My my uncle used to feed his dogs beer all the time. Oh, it has to be shellfish. Well, I guess razor clams it is then. Um, barley. Can I grind anything? I can grind stuff. I can grind flour. I should probably just build another chest in here. I'm gonna disappear now. You have a good stream, Citadel, and I'll try popping in more often. I'd love to see you more often. Stay safe out there, Tanya. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It was good catching up. I'm glad you're doing okay. Alright. So we got 9999. So I need... Thank you. I need 4 fields of 9. This is a field of... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. So I need 4 fields like this. Lettuce. Soybeans. Here comes the fun one. Tomatoes. I miscounted. 2, 3. So I need another 3 tomatoes. And I will need another 3 white grapes. Getting irrigation in for these will be a goal. That is one of my Fiskars. Could open for a little while this evening. Oh, I need damp soil, that's right. Ta-da! I love how it's just bread through a grinder makes breadcrumbs. Make that purple so I don't get confused anymore. Okay, that is really not helpful. Showed up right underneath my camera. Where am I? The screen. I'm not. This is a tavern, not a barn. Yeah, well, maybe you could remember that too. Promise you, the drinks are not watered down. I do like how it's chicken steak. Actually, the fact that we didn't get as much done in town or back here, we didn't sell as much is not as big a deal. Because we can't buy anything tomorrow anyway, because all of the shops are closed on Sunday. That's the last of the purple brewskis. What are we looking for here, sir? Looking for a loaf of bread? Sure, why not? I think tomorrow's adventure we're gonna go to the beach. See if there's more coconuts. didn't realize it had gotten that late in game. Hey, Miniomi, how you doing, buddy? I clicked close. Well, tomorrow's gonna suck. The game. Good, how about you? I'm doing alright. Holy hell. We got to bed in the nick of time. I'm doing alright. What's going on? Oh, I bet the season just turned. I should make sweet potatoes. Should make sweet potatoes in real life too. Porridge. Let's do a wheat. We can use the wheat for other things though. Let's not do a wheat porridge. Okay. The king of cereals. I can't really deny that about wheat. Need bread, yeah. Maybe nothing changed. Okay. So I need... For sure, if I run the tavern at all today, I'll be able to get irrigation. If I get lucky, I might get enough for... apiaries. You play... Stygain also saw it, but didn't buy it. Looks interesting.
I never held much belief in God, but now, as I hide in this beacon of light, I plead that there is some benevolence in the stars. Kingsport is no longer of men.
God of death.
Still early access, which means you never know.
The air is laden with hysteria as the slumbering mist has woken. I wish the folk had simply been struck senseless. But no, this madness is a slow embrace. But the truth is only that we are nothing. A pitiful speck in its vastness.
It looks like it could be interesting.
Is there a way to withstand them?
But it also kind of looks like it needs to cook a little longer before it's ready.
How can we mortals resist the unknown? He calls to me. He is coming very soon. Almost here. Not long.
RPG,
Won't be long. He calls to me. Black day. Very soon. Not long now. He is coming.
yeah, I don't think I have any plans on playing it right now, but I do like how your madness increases and decreases. It looks interesting. I do plan on, after you brought it up and after looking at that preview, I do plan on keeping an eye on it. But I will say that at least right now, I don't feel it's ready to be. I don't feel any interest in playing it. At least not for. I mean, like I'd try it if someone gave me a copy, but I don't feel like I'd really want to pay for it right now. Only pay for one chapter, I think. Since yeah. I guess that's the other thing too. Is that's a hard thing for me to get into with very story-driven games in early access. Is if they're completely story-driven, then the whole 90% of the reason you play them is the story. And if the story isn't complete, like most things aren't complete when it's in early access, which is understandable, it's hard to want to start on it when you know you can't finish it. At least for me. Bad to wait for it, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's bad to wait for it. I mean, all good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who wait. Whatever. The big thing is just that I can't experience it in its fullness right now, so I might as well just wait. I might as well wait. Okay. How do I want to organize this? Processed goods versus unprocessed goods? I mean, minced meat is a processed good, so that should go back. Is kitchen yeast processed? Or unprocessed? I guess it's a purchased ingredient, so therefore it is unprocessed. Lager yeast would be another unprocessed ingredient. That's processed. That's processed. Breadcrumbs, dough, minced meat. Okay. Let's move with Unreal Engine 5, so yeah, I better wait for sure. Yeah. Unreal 5 is still in its development phase. Growing pains, I guess, would be another way of phrasing it, I think. It looks fine, or it looks like it could be fine, but I don't know. I definitely get the feeling we aren't 100% there yet with it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was gonna run. Verms! Verms, I tell you! Underpants. Okay, well, I would much have rather the worms. Oh well. Mushroom. Don't quite know what to do with the mushrooms, but since nothing dies of old age in this game yet, I'm not too worried about it. I got another pair of underpants. I'm a little worried about who's burying all their underwear out here. Next thing you know, I'm gonna meet a naked kid named J.C. Penney. Yeah, it was a shit joke. I don't really care. Oh, there's some trees down there too. Wild berries. I don't know how most people turn the stream review section into Reddit. Like, I do not want to see clown awards and toxic people comment on stuff they wish that's not even how you game review. Stupid, but they exist, sadly. I don't quite know what you're referring to. Coconuts? I got a clam. I got a mussel. I got another clam. Ooh. Excuse me. For example, they all... Sorry, I gotta see where I'm going. They are all over review section. You just see someone saying this is not an FPS game and give bad review. Like how this is relevant to the game review. While all he does is sharing his closed-minded game taste. Yeah. Awards are just clown memes. Basically saying you are a clown for reviewing it. I mean, an opinion is a thing that everyone is, to a certain extent, entitled to. That said, it is getting harder and harder. I mean, well, It's getting harder and harder to trust the reviews, but by the same token, you don't necessarily need to trusty reviews anymore per se. I mean, it's nice to have, but if I'm being honest, we all have Twitch and YouTube and stuff, and 9 times out of 10, if you're curious about a game that's out there, you can find it there. There are lines, yeah, there are lines. There are always lines. Even the best sword rusts if left in its sheath. Fishing is not about talent, it's about effort and dedication. I hope you haven't been neglecting your training. Talk about your fishing. Well now, it seems the sea has been treating you well. Not bad for a rookie, but your journey has just begun. Take this fishing logbook. You can keep track of your prey in it. Knowing your prey's habits will give you a leg up. Make sure to check it from time to time to see your progress and prepare for future battles. A prepared warrior is worth twice their number. Wow, thanks. No need for thanks. Show me your skill with the rod, and maybe next time we meet, I'll bring you a small present. And remember, you're your own greatest rival. Overcome adversity and calm your mind. Before you understand the enemy, you must first understand yourself. You have added a fishing diary to your collections book. In it, you can see all the features of the fish you've seen and captured. To access it, press I and navigate to the collections tab. Nice. I got an anchovy! Another anchovy. I caught a net. Yeah, but YouTube and Twitch, what you find are not even close to what you see on Steam. People who review it the way I say have no sense of logic, to be honest. Salt cured, need it. Yeah, fair enough. So I guess what I'm saying when it comes to like Steam and Twitch is rather than looking at you, find someone who's playing the game and make your own mind up. Another anchovy. Alright, at 16 we return home. Maximum size fish. I got a 20 centimeter anchovy. Watching gameplay better, yeah. Best way to make up your own mind. Even spoil-free gameplays. Yep, there are. Though it is kind of funny too, when you think about it. The concept of like how these video games are just being watched by people. That is, I think, 3 pairs of underpants. I used to be kind of afford games or have a decent PC. Fair enough. I don't know if there's a reason to store unders or not. But that's a lot of unders. Yeah, that's 4 pair of underwear. It says it's an ingredient, so I guess I might as well hold on to it for now. I don't quite know if I trust it to be an ingredient in something, but you know. Store matching. I don't have any water? Wow. That's what I was doing with this. I remember now. And this guy. Yeah, I need lettuce. Alright, we're gonna make some more coconut oil. And open the shop. Oh, we're almost out of beer. What is this? I like how one of my first videos ever on YouTube was saying how to make arrow in Minecraft had nothing to do with me creating an arrow. It was me creating some dartboard and shooting an arrow on it. Video ends like that. It's so random. I was a kid. I don't know why that video had 1K. Wow. I mean, I can take you to my YouTube page. It ain't that exciting. I think my most views is like 6. So that's pretty impressive, if you ask me. There's only 4 beers left in stock. That sounds about right. At least we got some fruit juice. Alright. Nothing to do with the title had 1K. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while. Weird things happen. What is it with you guys? Back, foul demon. Speaking of which, I think... Nope. Why that sound Game of Thrones? I don't know. I mean, it is kind of the same medieval theme. I've never actually watched Game of Thrones. Never read Game of Thrones either. This is just generic, yeah, medieval. I think you're right. What is it with people tonight? Go to serve them their food, they eat their food, and they get pissy. It is 1. I think we'll make this last. Woo, we got the reputation 5. Oh, I got some anchovies that I need to find a storage space for too. Or I can just cook them, I guess. Hmm. I gotta figure out a place to put the seaweed. Amos and Petra. Hey there, Sonny. I've been clearing out the attic and found some old spare distillery machines. Patrons of the last swig can't appreciate the subtleties of strong drink, so I thought you might get a better use out of them. Anyway, if you want them, come get them. You can have them at a fair price. Otherwise, they'll just be collecting dust in the attic. Better unused than give away for free. Take it easy. Recently, while on a walk through the countryside, me and Hallmund stopped for a picnic by a watermill, and I had an idea strike me. Couldn't get the thought out of my head. Could it be possible to make a small watermill for irrigation? You know me, can't stop dreaming things up. The idea took such a strong hold on me, I asked Hallmund to pack up by himself because I needed to get back to the workshop at once. It took all afternoon, but I managed to put together a prototype. I'm sure these watering systems will come in real handy. Come by when you please, and I'll show you the blueprints. I do have enough gold for those specific blueprints. And they would make my life a lot easier. Excuse me. Need the ore, but I need the coal more. That said, a tree or two wouldn't hurt either. It's one of those things, it's like I don't know what I'm going to use the copper for. I don't think I actually have anything to use the copper for right now. But I'm sure there will come a time where I am glad I kept getting the copper every day. Only oxidize them? Only to oxidize them? I mean, that is a thing too. Turn green in real life if you do not wax them. Yeah. Statue of Liberty. To give it a prime example. You got anything, Chuck? You got some innards. Alright, I might stop by on my way home. Because I can use those to make sausages. Yeah, it was not green in past. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the Statue of Liberty has, for the most part, always been greenish. Because I think it oxidized pretty quick, considering where they erected it. But theoretically, it wasn't green originally. Ooh, I can do that actually. Yeah, 3. Basic irrigation. Now we'll get some intestines on the way home. It's good to use the whole animal. I don't have that much. Oh, fine, I'll buy 1 intestine. That sounds weird. I'm just gonna buy 1 intestine. Huh? Question mark? What do I need for this? I need a hinge. Comfort level 3. Wow, oh, phew. Like, wow, that ate through everything? Sorry, we've got a nice brewski in the basement that we need to check on. What do we got here? You are a young beer. You're gonna continue to sit, little one. And I am out of water. So... starting to think this might be like a Catholic setting with all of the fish. For those of you who don't know, I think it's Fridays or a specific Friday they're not supposed to eat meat other than fish. So that's why you have the Friday fish fries in a lot of places. Okay. Oh, we have a couple of skill points. We actually have a couple. Export pour 1. Cancel. Serve drinks 10% faster. Yes, please. It's 5% in the selling price of served dishes and drinks. Prices of ingredients items. 10% in the price of recipes. Making recipes cheaper on us. Cooking or brewing. Extra portion of meat. Increase movement speed. No, cancel. So I can raise it a level. Interesting. That's actually really kind of cool. Yes. Price for building. 30% of the materials when eliminating or modifying terrain in construction mode. So, big question of the day. So it is just a decoration. Okay. So wondering, do I have to fill it with oil in order to light it? I didn't know that furnace sounds like heavy breathing. It does sound like heavy breathing. I mean, I understand it's supposed to be the bellows, but it does sound a bit excessive. Almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon in game. Alright, so basic irrigation. How does this work? Okay, that's how it works. So we're not going to be able to use it now. But in the future, we can set up our fields around it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Certainly got a lot of sausages. Starving? Came to the right place, lady. See, like, this is the issue. I only have the one keg, so I can't. Have multiple drinks in the back, because the way to use these, they have to be carbonated. I think the only thing carbonated that I have access to is beer. Since this is the only beverage I have, I might as well carry a few on the tray. Also sparkling wine, but I do not think that in game. It might be in game, I just don't have access to it. There's a whole thing of cocktails. I mean, I can make sangria, vodka brandy, flavored beers. Yeah, cocktail maker. Wet and white wine. I can't speak worth a damn. So yeah, there's a lot to this game. So that's not what I wanted. Seems like some days I'm just able to keep up with the crowd, and some days I just have no hope. Unfortunately, booze is our main income, which makes sense. I just don't have any ready right now. Cause yeah, I'm like all out of everything but water. I mean, well, how far along is this beer? It's still young. I think tomorrow we'll hopefully be able to just pull it and be done with it. Yeah, I know it's cold. What's the point in having a fire running when no one's in there? I will say it's also kind of nice not to have to fill up the watering can. It's not a huge deal, but it's kind of nice. How much more of this do I have? Okay, so I have 5 more yeast. I mean, I could do bread. Once the tomatoes are in, we can start making bread with tomato. Which is, I know there's a French recipe that is bread with tomato, like just smeared on it, toasted bread. But I can't think of. It does taste good. I've never had it. Tomato paste? Never had it on bread. It doesn't sound particularly bad. I've just never had it. Oh, also I can throw a chicken in the grinder. You just need salt is important part. Fair enough. Salt is an important part to every um, what's the word I'm looking for? Dish? Dish, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Recipe. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright. Sleep, sleep. I figured I'd need a bucket of water. What are we looking at? You are reserved. Thank you. So if I'm correct, it goes young, then regular plain old beer, then reserve. Reserve is like the oldest. Well, there's a tomato, and I've got some bread. Or I can make some. So there's another dish for the menu. And the more variety of dishes, the faster we increase our reputation. And it was saying that variety doesn't mean you have beef stew, chicken stew, and pork stew. It means you have beef stew, chicken steaks, or beef steaks, or it needs to be different recipes, period. Not just for different variety of the same recipe. So it probably tastes better than any beer, to be honest. Could be. I mean, in this game, it's treated as aged the oldest, therefore the best beer. So I'm not much of a beer drinker. I've found a couple beers in my time that I've enjoyed, but not many. Theoretically, yes, but also makes it bad somehow. I mean, at the end of the day, I think taste is taste. Some people like a really old beer, I guess, in this case. Though that's not how you should phrase that, while others wouldn't like that flavor. That's why they're called different things. It's because they actually, for lack of a better term, sell them at different times in their existence. Ancient wines people find and drink, and I don't know if they are safe to drink, but they say those are the most valuable to drink. I mean, if I'm correct, you should have no problem. What makes up alcohol is pretty resilient. It kills off microorganisms for the most part. I could be wrong about that. And I'm running out of fuel. That is the issue I'm running into. I need bread. So we're gonna head into the mountains because they should have some resources up there. Ouch. Yep, here we go. There was something up here once upon a time. Alright, I think I'm gonna take a quick bathroom and coffee break. Where's the dog? Yeah, so I'm gonna run ads, and then I will be right back. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully I see you all on the other side. Okay, thank you guys for putting up with that. You're drawing Picasso-looking art? Okay. That's a phrase. I don't know, whenever I think Picasso, I think Robin Hood Men in Tights. Fix your bloody boobs, man. You look like a bleeding Picasso. Gotta love Mel Brooks. This type of art, fair enough. There are two different faces in one face. Alright. Alright, so we got a beer. We can call ourselves a proper tavern now. I should get some different hops. This is what I should do. So I need another wheat lager. Because, of course, they come out in batches of 20 and are stored in batches of 30. Because why would they have it make any sense? Anyway, I'm done with my bitching. For now, at least. Alright. I think we're good. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about art. I mean, I know, like, that looks pretty, that looks not pretty. What is it, modernist movement or whatever it is, where it's just shapes on a canvas, seems a little ridiculous and stupid, but I'm not much of an arts guy. Modern art sucks, though. Fair enough. All depends on the person, yeah, agreed. Wow, this is a slow point. Well, you guys need to eat and drink so that I can make money. There's 2 gold. I'm gonna save up for the apiaries, which means I need a little over 4 gold. Alright. Sorry, this kind of takes concentration for me. Let me give you a hand out the door. We're almost up to level 6. And we should probably see about closing the tavern. You're the last guest, buddy. She was a fine, fine girl, me pig Stella was. Hireable staff available at the Nordis Bard. Notice board. Blah. Nice. We got 13 T's. Panko Tomata. That's what it's called. Panko Tomata. So, steaks. Panko Tomata. Panko Tomata. Might as well do the beef. Which is literally bread and tomato. Grill. Still unaged. You're just a logger. Yeah. So young, then logger, then reserve. Oh, I had more steaks. Hi, dog. Actually, no, I didn't. I just made those steaks. So they were not a mistake, get it? I know, it was a bad joke. So we can hire now. Here you can see available prospective employees. There are 4 types, but you can only hire one of each. Employees can have up to 3 positive traits and 1 negative trait. As your reputation increases, you will be able to hire higher level workers with better traits. This panel shows the profession points available, which can be assigned to improve an employee's traits. Employees' maximum hourly wages are also listed. Once you've hired them, you can lower their wage by reducing their trait levels or removing tasks from their schedule. So here's a night owl. Price of products served after 4 p.m. Reputations with dishes served. Price of products served is decreased. Movement speed is slow. Not taking breaks during work hours. Reaches work 40 minutes late when tavern opens. Wow. No, I didn't want to. Third before station with orders filled. Orders filled. How do I can? First employee will start working as soon as you open the tavern. You can see more information by clicking J. This panel you'll be able to manage your employees. Employees will come to work as long as you open your tavern and have the working option checked. If you uncheck it, the employee will not come to the tavern and will also not get paid. In this section, you can decide which tasks your employee performs. By unchecking a task, your worker will stop performing that function. The employee's wage is affected by the tasks they perform, so the fewer they have checked, the lower their wage. By assigning profession points, you will be able to improve an employee's traits. As long as it has been unlocked, you will be able to activate any level of an employee's trait. A lower level will reduce their bonus, but will also make the employee's salary cheaper. Oh. One video on YouTube, someone makes realistic Santa art in MS Paint. I have no idea how the hell they did, how they'd even do that. Fair enough. That does seem a bit impressive. Bouncer, housekeeper. Valued. Work hours start counting after 20 minutes. Can carry one fewer drink. Reputation will fill orders. Let's go with Frank. Nice. So we'll earn less money. straight up. But I can have more tables and serve more customers because I actually have help. Which should earn us more money. Yeah, there are people out there arts-wise that have some mad skills. I mean, real quick, this background that you see right now was done by my mother to get me started. Now, obviously, it's got its issues. There are some gradation and color differences. But for something she put together in an afternoon without an art degree, I can't complain. And it's the same one that's here and here. Now I am looking at replacing it. Or at least adding to my ability. It's good with self-learning, yeah. But yeah. So. I was never much of an artiste. Though I say that. I did get one piece of art in elementary school. I don't know, I might have been like 12. One of my art pieces got put in a art show, actually, which was kind of surprising. In a good way, surprising. Our school teaches you not much, to be honest, unless you want it as a job, which is, I do not recommend. Legit being artist is art tool, get broke, make art, make money, spend money on tool, repeat. Yeah. Well, I mean, the joke I kind of always grew up with was artists are never appreciated till they're dead. The easiest way to make money with art is to make it all and then die. Which is not a happy. That's also true somehow, yeah. Emphasis on somehow. We need another box. There's also tortured artist syndrome, where artists will never like his art, even though he made a art that was worth millions. That's not common case, fair. Very fair. Alright, I want small bench. Let's do an individual table, and I need then store matching, and I grab one of those. What are you doing, bud? Is that how I want to do it? No. Actually, yeah, that's how I want to do it. We'll go long ways, not vertical now. Because this will allow me to see when these are out of water. Um, Damn, I need... You seen Zelda CDI? It can be considered art even if it was memed and funny by how game was designed. Basically, Zelda game before Nintendo bought it. I know nothing about that. Sounds interesting though. What do I want to do? I actually think, well, I probably should grow corn, is what I think. But Mac, I love you, buddy, but there are times. Logger, logger. Literally made by MS Paint, and CDI is CD Interactive. Think designed by Philips or Sony in the old days. I mean, if you're saying Philips, it was the old days. I don't know if Philips even exists anymore. Nope, I want that here. It does, but not computer stuff for sure. I guess the other thing too for me with Philips is in my community there was an individual with the last name of Phillips. So we have a company called Phillips Plastics that did a lot in town. We have the Phillips Library. There's Ellie Phillips Boy Scout camp that I went to. Phillips is kinda everywhere for me. There's Phillips Science Center, or Science Hall, or whatever it was. Where I went to college, that was the science building, Phillips. Common last name, true. Kales. Any more wood boards? I need more trees. Trevor Phillips from GTA 5. I never played GTA. My parents were very against that. Like, there weren't a lot of games I was told no on. Grand Theft Auto was, I think, actually, now that I think about it, the only game I was told no. Like Call of Duty and everything else I ever asked for, I was told yes. But when I asked for Grand Theft Auto 4, they said no. See, that is weird. Someone who buys video games, I find it weird someone to say that. I legit played GTA Vice City when I was 8 years old or something. Yep. My parent... That was, like I said, I believe that was the only game my parents said no to. Oh, these are actually for longer tables. I did not have that. Okay. Your new waiter has arrived at the tavern. Remember that waiters will not pull drinks from the tap. Orders need to be ready at the beverage table so that waiters can serve them at the tables. Table orders can be prepared by you or a hired bartender. Your new bartender has started working. Remember that the bartender will not bring the drinks to the table, but will leave them giant pot of stew for dinner for herself. It's the picture that represents what I cooked. We'll leave them ready at the beverage table. It will be up to you or a waiter to pick them up and bring them to the customer's table. So I can kind of let these guys go. What does it take to make 10 poles, 10 nails, 20 boards? To be honest, my parents will probably get mad at me if I knew English and some stuff I played. Fair. Did some sneaky sneaks behind their backs, did we? Especially my dad. Since they are against occult stuff. Fair. Stools. I have to I have to close the tavern to add stuff like that? That's annoying. Fine. This is why you need a bouncer, but I'd rather not hire a bouncer. Don't have a lot of money. To be doing that stuff with. So I am making money by having these guys. Not quite as much, but I'm definitely not running ragged quite as bad. I want to hit you again, damn it. I had lined up my hand properly. Oh. Did I make? I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'll need to turn all the grapes into grape juice, pretty much.
Hello there.
Hey, Mossy, how you doing, buddy? Employees taking a break. Sometimes employees go out to rest for a few minutes. If you think their break time is excessive, you can always approach them and make them return to their post. Huh. Doing okay. Doing is leaving. Dino is leaving again? Dino? What do you mean, Dino? A friend? Well, okay, fair. What do you mean by leaving? Leaving the country? Leaving Twitch? Oh, Dino. Okay, I understand. Alright. In the real world, you get a half-hour break and 2:15s in the United States. That dude has been gone longer than that. Go in a mental health place again for another few months. Ouch. Hopefully that helps him. That's too bad. I lost track of in-game time. That was not good. Dino Man. It's not an Italian name, it's an English gamer tag. Fair enough. You should do it, yeah. I feel like meds should be... Well, I mean, different things require different levels of help. Depending on what you're going through, you need what you need. Unfortunately. Can I make my bed while I'm in it? I can. Cool. Doesn't really want to, though. Okay. I mean, there's got to be a story there. Someone thinks he needs it. So the question then becomes why. And does he really need it? And that is something that, I mean, I really can't answer. Looks like we're doing good there. 22 there, 18 there. Ooh, I don't have to do watering. Booyah.
Seek fluid intake.
Water, water. Lock you up there for months? Yeah, kind of. So it gets scary. It can. I had my half brother get tricked into a rehab facility, which is not the same, but is or can be similar depending on the places you end up. And yeah, it was quite the thing. He did some stuff though. And he was getting treated for drugs. Legally not allowed to leave that place? Well, there are rules. There are rules depending on how and why you were admitted. It's not just you're locked up, goodbye. As else the court said to you, yeah. Getting tricked to go somewhere that locks you in for a few months always isn't good. Yeah, definitely. It was a thing. Um, they tricked my half brother into it, and within a couple of days he had no one really knows what kind of drugs he was on. It was a drug rehab facility, but he managed to take a steel door off its hinges and break out of the facility. And disappeared for like 3 months. And eventually showed up again later. Don't get into drugs, kids. There's a lot of things you can do to destroy your life that are less dangerous. If you really have a burning need to destroy your life. Who? My half brother. He also went to juvie for clipping a police officer. He was on drugs. Police officer went to arrest or to I don't know how it all happened, but a police officer was involved, and he ended up hitting the police officer. Thankfully, just nicking him, not really getting him that bad, with a wrench, one of them big, huge ass wrenches, I guess. And the judge said you can go to juvie or you can go to treatment, and he said juvie because he thought it would be cooler. He regretted that decision too. Can't fix my life, but I will never do drugs. Fair enough. That's it. I mean, drugs is one of those things too where you can, even doing everything right, you can really screw up your life with some of that stuff. Dino was gone for a few months already and just came back. It's too bad. It makes me wonder if what he needs help for, and if the facilities he's being put in are providing the help he needs. Did try alcohol and smoking, they do not work, so I just prefer to be sad. Mood swings, at least I'm in control of my body. Yeah, in control is a good thing. Also, hey Baruch, how you doing, buddy? I can buy an apiary. I can buy the plans for an apiary. Although, I'm being honest, I could just buy the cog too. Also, what do you... Brewing barrel, big chest, distillery, it's 3. I could get an enchanted broom. There we go. Okay. 5 even. I'm 516. Help Dino got was clearly not enough if he had to fall back this fast. That's true. That is very true. Mom didn't even believe me when I said one day I stopped smoking because when I was a kid I kept telling her to quit and then started smoking. She was mad, but once I quit, she still couldn't believe me because I was right all along when I was a kid and telling her just to quit. Sorry to hear that, yeah. Yeah. The funny story for me in smoking is that both my parents smoked when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, really young. I barely have any memories of when my parents smoked. And one night we were having spaghetti, and my mom dropped one of the noodles. You know, the spaghetti noodles that are dried out and long, thin stick. And so I had this dried spaghetti noodle, dehydrated, whatever you want to call it. And after dinner, mom would sit and have a cigarette, and dad would smoke his pipe. And I had this plastic pipe. Hi, dog. Um, and I sat between them, and we'd watch TV. And I sat down, and I pulled out the plastic pipe, and I did everything my father did to light his plastic pipe, or to light his real pipe. So I, pretended to load it with tobacco and spush it down, and then I used the spaghetti noodle as a match in my imaginary world and lit it and smoked it. Everything my father did. And the next day, my parents decided to sign up to quit smoking because they were not going to be encouraging that behavior. Smoking noodle, yeah. Hope it helps this time. Yeah, I do too. I wish him the best. At least you're able to say goodbye. That helps. Being able to say goodbye helps a ton. Still not easy, but it helps a ton. Checkered tablecloth, distillery, brewing, barrel. I think this allows me... But this gets me behind the counter. Another storage. So let's go with that. Then I think we're gonna open the tavern up pretty early today. Because we got more room for people in it. And I actually have help this time. My eyeball itches. You made real changes in your household. Yep. Yeah, I did. You can also imagine that when in college I called my dad and said, hey, I had a cigar at a guy's wedding. The utter sandblasting, audio destruction my ears underwent from my father over the phone about you should not be smoking and you stopped us and this and that and the other thing. Needless to say, the next time I had a cigar with my friends, I never told him. That part is when you can someone to give advice, all you can do is give advice. Yeah, that's true. Oh, it's not always true. Had so many people go the wrong path. Yeah, so I agree that a lot of times all you can do is give advice, but there are a few exceptions where I feel stepping in and making them do something kicking and screaming is a viable option. Choose to stop smoking. I never really got into smoking enough to actually have to choose to stop. I did it casually with my friends, and by sheer dumb luck, we always chose the coldest frickin' nights in Wisconsin to do it out on the porch. So we just froze our asses off to smoke, and it just was never worth it. Which is hilarious in my opinion, but kind of also the way of things. Yeah? You don't say. Just a little longer, bud. We'll call it quits in the not too distant future. Do casually, it is already a rare trait to have. Supposed to get to addicted in one inhale somehow. I was never under that impression, but maybe. Pooh. God damn it. There we go. Put 2 torches near the barrels. Could grab another torch for right over here. I should just get rid of this thing. I could actually make some more of this stuff too. I might as well put more stylish the place is, the more art points I get, or the more, I don't know. It helps with the decor. I'll just leave it at that. Tea, because we've already got fruit juice in there. So we'll put tea in there. And we'll brew another cup. Suppose I should work my way through the red stuff so that I just can get rid of it out of my inventory. Shit, I forgot. One of my dudes shows up 40 minutes late to shift, period. My bartender is just always 40 minutes late. Calm down, bud. I don't know how I feel about chicken sausages. Alright, there you go. There are chicken and turkey sausages, fair. I don't know. Just seems kind of weird to me. Alright, bud. They're cheaper than meat, since fair. That's kind of always been the way of it. Red tea is cheaper than the other tea, so I might as well just... Tastes bad, like legit. Get normal chicken and grill it. Fair. Can I upgrade my staff now? Nope. Skills. It's so nice to have help. Like, I was running around like a madman the last couple of... Well, for most of the last stream and a half. And now it's kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and watch it happen. Every once in a while, you gotta step in, or you can help out as you want. But yeah, overall, I could drink from this and like just watch the action. Come back here. State agency be like, you're not entirely wrong. Oh, great. Now he's going on break. Getting one of them, our magical mops, might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I have a skill point in cleaning tables, so I do those really fast, and floors take me forever. But, you know, we're getting there. Hey, kitty cat. $12, $19. Only 2 beers left. Did you get stuck somewhere, dog? Mac, what's wrong, buddy? Ooh, the waiter has leveled up. Reputation with filled orders. Oh, it needs 2 points. What does he have for an issue? So he just shows up late. Okay, whatever. Can carry fewer drinks. Lady, I hate to do this to you, but I want to make myself feel better. Reserve. What are our abilities? Reputation for filled orders and the price of products served before 4 p.m. So serving early in the day is better with him. He is reputation with filled orders. I tend to open towards evening, though. Damn, she's expensive. Price of wine served. Without using a drink service. Price of products after 4. Price of meat dishes goes down. Cocktails, meat dishes. Speed pulling drinks from tap. Beers. And cocktails, though. Work hours start 20 minutes after clocking in. You just make less money though. 4 p.m. Price of beer served. Taking a break. Max capacity goes up. They eat faster with him around. Like how first one's more generic name ever. Most generic name ever. Daniel Smith? Yeah, fair. Won't dirty the table. Rotation for orders served. What? A chance of customers' complaints. He's 10 silvers an hour. Versus this guy, which is 3 silvers an hour, and he might take breaks more often. Though I'm still doing his job anyway. So maybe we just pick him up. Now we can have more people in the tavern now. Or whenever he gets here. Okay, I'll pipe down. You now have a bouncer among your employees. Bouncers will deal with customers who are being a nuisance and make your employees return to their post if their breaks are taking too long. Still drinks not leaving. What do you mean? What? Still drinks not leaving? I don't know what you're saying. You had to deal with him yourself. You kick them out, but the bouncer does not kick them. Oh, he does. Yeah. No. So what he does? So what happens is when they get unruly, your goal is to get to them before they actually throw a fit and say, "Hey, calm down." And sometimes they will, and sometimes they get unruly. And when they get unruly, you pull out your mop and start swinging. The bouncer has a club. I lost track of time. At 3 o'clock, this all shuts down because I pass out. Which means more decor visits, yeah, fair. Sleep. And that will actually be a save. Saving progress. And that will be where we call it a night tonight, guys. Macker is whining. It's 11, and I have work tomorrow at noon. That said, originally I was supposed to have work tomorrow at 4:30. So my shift got changed, and now I work at noon to 4:30 instead of 4:30 to 6, which means that tomorrow night I'll probably be streaming. You have a good one too, Barug. Instead of not streaming like I was originally planning. So it looks like I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night. I don't know what we'll be streaming yet. Probably this, to be honest. I'm enjoying it. It's relaxing. It's calm. It's something I can talk to you guys with, which is fun. Good night, Miniomi. Good to see you, bud. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for joining me and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Discord's always open. We'd love to have you. Links in the About Me page. Or feel free to ask the bot. And yeah, I think with all that said and done, we're going to have a good night and call it a night. So, stay safe, everyone. Be careful. I suppose I should switch to my closing screen. It's there for a reason. Thank you guys for joining me. Stay safe, everyone. Be careful. And if I don't see you sooner, I'll see you later. Good night, guys. Also, good night, Mouse. Stay safe, bud.